I usually do a recap, but I think tonight it's best to start without the recap and just say, Dovit, Run, Michael. The last thing the three of you remember was defeating Tinder and heading past the body towards the cave with the treasure.
Heading past the body.
Yep, to get the treasure from the treasure cave.
But how is it possible to pass the body when the body is in the bag of holding?
Oh, you're
That
right.
is true.
Sorry, I forgot. I forgot that for a moment.
I was like, wait a minute.
Sorry, I forgot for just one moment that you put the dragon in the bag of holding by turning it into a turtle. But my point is, he passed by where that's a future problem. And
Yeah.
when you wake up, when basically your brain just starts fogging over after that. That's the last clear memory you have. Your brain is starting to come out of that fog, and you can't remember. You know you've been doing something. You don't know how long it's been, whether it's been an hour, a day, or even a year. You have no idea. But you find yourself staring up to the branches of a few jungle trees. You see the bits of ruined buildings nearby as you're staring up at the sky. You hear the occasional bird twitter. It's a nice bright day. And you're just slowly coming to. You're not exactly wearing the clothes that you were last wearing. Your outfits have been updated, and yet they seem to have been more road weary. Looking around, you see a fellow gnome surrounded by undead, seemingly waking up in a similar state. What do you guys do?
I will point out that it is not apparent that these are undead. They are garbed in armor
okay.
and clothing.
They're head to toe in garb, but so you see a gnome waking up with like 5 silent guards wearing full armor.
Immediately a fireball. No, I'm just kidding.
Waking up right nearby.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Dovit.
I seriously would not put it past you.
Dovit. So Dovit would recognize him as a gnome.
Yeah, I am not hiding my race or anything. I am in a dark silver gray robe. I have a staff that I'm leaning on, waking up, going, "What the hell's going on?" My robes they look like pricey, so I have an air of nobility about me, but other than that, I'm making no distinction that I am anything but a gnome.
Okay, so you see this 6'9" copper dragonborn look over at you, and I speak in gnomish. Are you okay over there, friend?
But do we know he's a friend? That's the question.
He is unfamiliar to all of you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, immediately fireball. I'm just like, I don't know if this guy's gonna attack or not. I'm just gonna immediately initiate attack.
So, are you being serious about that? You're letting
No. I'm not really gonna do that.
I just want to double check just in case.
It's just like immediate PvP actions, kablam!
I may be getting a new minion tonight. Yes.
Woohoo!
To answer your question, no, I am not all right. I am currently nowhere I know where I'm supposed to be, and I think somebody has stolen one of my kegs.
Hmm.
Now, don't look at me. I know I get blamed for a lot of stuff, but it was not me.
I don't know, Run. I don't know.
So the better detail is the 2 tokens that I've got that are labeled fast zombies each appear to be carrying a barrel of something on their backs.
Barrel of something. It's not a barrel of monkeys, is it?
Nope. But it is, as far as you guys can see, again, they're not being covered or anything. They all have a stamp of a Triskelion burned into the wood.
Interesting. Well, at least there's 3 of us that we recognize. There's Run and myself and Delvet, and we
And of
all
course,
speak Gnomish.
there's always Floof.
Yep, and Floof is there, as well as the Steel Defender.
And so,
And
as you wake up,
Floof is giving giving
was
all
gonna
of you odd looks, but doesn't seem to be alarmed by this new gnome or his bodyguards.
Hmm.
He more has the expression on his face of "What are you doing, laying down? We have to get going somewhere." On his face, and looking around with just your passive perception, you notice that there's a couple of what looks like very unusual flowers that seem to have opened and bloomed in this area, possibly spraying dust or pollen all over the place. But there's no evidence of that now. Just the remains of the flowers.
Here is. Are we? What has happened? That's what I will be.
Run will go over to the flower, and I guess it would be a nature check.
Sure.
Or an alchemy check. One of the two.
Nature will work. Nature.
Alrighty.
Please be a good roll. Hmm.
16's not bad.
No?
Excuse me. You're unfamiliar with this flower, but you have this feeling that it has somehow fogged your minds.
Should
He-
I try?
He will collect a few samples for his alchemy set.
All right.
Yeah,
I
just,
believe
just to
alchemy kit with either intelligence or dexterity.
Oh, before I forget, Grizz, I took on Alert as well.
Nice. And
Yeah.
Run, you find that you now have five petals from these plants with whatever you can tell, whatever's left of the stamen in there.
Are these large flowers or?
Yeah, they look almost big enough to potentially have swallowed you if they had been opened and were trap flowers. Dovit would have been fine.
Okay, so we know it's not a corpse flower, because Run definitely knows that smell. Especially considering the fact that, I guess I don't have it anymore. Okay.
So, what are the rest of you doing as Run is examining the flowers and is working to gather samples from them?
I will investigate our new friend and ask him, does he know anything about where we're at? Or what year it is, or how long we've been here, or anything like that.
Michael, as you stand up and take a look around, you quickly realize, oh, you're in. Wait, would you know that? Yes. You're in Omu.
Would you know that? Yes.
I had to think for a moment because Michael wasn't in most of them.
So I'm where now?
You're in the city of Omu.
Omo. Oh, okay. So we're back at the city
Mm-hmm.
of Omo. Oh no. Okay. So that's good to know.
Now that was the one with that used to be
Wonder how
a
many days or weeks have
floating land, right?
It's the capital with the tomb in it.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh
the
yeah,
Tomb
yeah,
of
yeah. Okay.
Annihilation. The thing that we were trying to level up so we could avoid dying and again.
Yeah.
Well, you have succeeded in leveling up, and Michael, as you check your inventory, I didn't put this on there because I wasn't sure what to write for it. You discover that your thingamabobber, your ballista or whatever that thing is called, has increased in its potency. It is now much more dangerous, and whatever you and Ron were talking about earlier.
Steel
Bad
Defender,
go.
yeah. Cool.
Didn't manage to get some dings on it since whenever this upgrade went in, so apparently it's been field tested.
So it's got range damage now too, right?
Yep.
Sweet. No more just melee bop something. Very nice. I like that idea.
It's nice.
Nicey nice. Now, to your question, I have no idea where I'm at, nor where we are. Last I knew, I was making landfall at the port and about to go talk to some prince, merchant, or otherwise. I have no idea what their title is currently, but now, do tell, where are we located? For a measure, I'd like to get back to my business.
Well, we are in the town of or city of Omo,
Run.
apparently.
You see Run go for a six pedal, and then all of a sudden, hearing that, he's like, "Not already."
Yeah, unfortunately, that I don't
Because
know how we got here, but we're
yeah,
back.
it, it, as a part of my occupation, it is always quite vital to know where I've been, where I'm going, or how I'm getting there. And this does not settle well. Not well at all.
Not me either. I don't know how we got here.
And he turns to the what kind of gnome are you, anyways?
Hmm.
What kind of gnome?
Well, there's rock gnome, there's forest gnome, there's the dark gnomes.
Mm. Oh, subrace. I'm a rock gnome.
Oh,
So,
okay.
fellow rock gnome.
Yes.
So, question to that is are you as chaotic as our current rock gnome friend?
I am not that chaotic.
Oh no.
Not anymore, at
Wait,
least.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
I, 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 I have a tendency to, yes, roam off, but
Mm-hmm.
you do realize that before meeting you guys, I used to do my work with just me and Floof.
I was more making reference to making a pact with the Chaos God.
Right.
That was actually kind of fun, except for the chaos magic part.
Yeah.
No, no, no. My family stopped doing that a while ago when we got into business.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, you see him as he's talking. He's rummaging around in his many pockets. We could always ask the traveler, perhaps, to possibly fill us in. I'm sure that she would. And he pulls out this coin.
Hmm.
I'm sure she would know where, how we've gotten here.
But
Would
what if
she be?
that's how we actually got here in the first place, though?
That is a good point.
Do you think she would be too happy to see you after breaking the pact?
You see him kind of wave his hand. Oh, Pish Posh, she would understand.
Are you sure, though? I mean, I don't know. Guess we could give it a try, but I don't know.
And,
Okay.
while you're still talking, he turns to the other room. What is your name, by the way?
Oh, forgive me, I have not introduced myself. I am Tasker Triskelion of Triskelion Wine, Vineyards, and Imports. Perhaps you have heard of me?
I'm gonna do a
History check.
history check. Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Insight.
Or insight.
There's that one too. You
No,
could also you could roll history check to see if you have heard of the wine, or do an insight to see if he's telling the truth.
I'm gonna do history check.
I got the insight.
I got a +8 on the history, so if it'll work, come on, let's work.
I see +8 on history.
There it
For 15.
goes.
And we got a good insight roll as well. So
Nice.
Run, he does seem to be fair and honest. Michael, you think you've heard something about a Triskelion wine, something maybe expensive, something that might be a bit out of your pay range.
Is it spicy?
Maybe.
Run will kind of walk up to you. Have your family ever hired my services? I'm
Hmm.
run. I'm run amok messing much. I am artifacts retrieval expert. As he holds out his hand.
No, no, I can't say that I have. I've been head of the family for the past 50 years, so no, it doesn't bring a mind. Bring it to my mind.
Tasker,
By the
But
way,
give me an insight, either an insight or inspection, or investigation
Investigation.
for Tasker. Tasker.
Ah.
I'll do investigation.
All right. As this gnome comes up to you, you take one look. Given you've been the head of your family for a long time, this is practically a child. Definitely a teenager, the equivalent of a teenager in your people's eyes. He might be
Oh,
older than the other two here, but they are dragonborn and human. This is a gnome teenager.
since he is within at least 5 or 10 feet of me. Now that I have a look at you, and I will adjust my monocle. No, no, you have not been hired by me or mine, though it might be a count on your age. Don't worry, you'll catch up in time. Lots of time.
oh, believe me, time's no problem. As he thinks back to the first time there was a time skip.
The first time is the first time. What?
Exactly.
I know, right?
Time time is relative.
It boggles
Yes.
the mind.
I've actually been told that I am a paradox. And he turns to Dobin. What was that little girl's name? I can't seem to remember. I think these whatever caused this whole situation still kind of affecting my brain.
Are you talking about the scary one on the ship?
Uh, yeah, that one.
I cannot remember what her name is.
Uh, uh, that is something else too.
To think of it, I don't really remember it either.
Uh, uh, where the hell is my ship?
That is a good question. I'm not sure. I mean, what
Uh,
what in the world happened? we 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 don't even know what day it is.
How
you,
does
You have a ship?
oh yes. We do have a ship. Actually, we have a couple of ships. One that one is the SS Breaking Wind, and and one that is just a folding boat.
I see. Well then, do we have plans for figuring out why we are here? And where do we intend to go from here?
Well,
well, if we're in the capital city of Omu, there's only one place for us to go, and that's back into the tomb.
Yeah,
uh,
unfortunately.
you know,
What is
Or
this tomb you speak of?
uh, well, there lies the issue. Uh, uh,
hmm
you know that when uh, uh, people things die, uh, 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 you know, outside of animate undead, there is no reviving.
There is not.
Uh,
I heard a
and
rumor while I was in town, the port city, when I first got here, but this is more recent news for me. Please go on.
well, you see, there is a tomb in this city of the nine gods. By looking at you, I would say that you would at least be somewhat familiar with arcane history. Anyways, and within this tomb is I want to say creature, but I am not too sure. I don't think we have yet to see him yet, or it. Anyways,
Yeah.
a thing called the Soulmonger, which whenever when someone dies, is for some reason it seems to takes their spirit. So no resurrection, no reincarnation, no revivification. Kind of puts a dampener on things.
Yep.
I see, I see. And you are doing this for yourselves, I take it?
Well, I made a promise to a very dear friend of mine, and I plan on making sure that I go through on my promise. But if we are going back into the tomb, I would say that we definitely should see the traveler. He says as he turns and looks back to his companion.
You aren't going to accept the pact again if she offers, are you?
Uh, uh, you know, there would have to be a clause in our contract about the chaos magic part. Anyway, uh, it would be it would definitely be behoove us to visit there. Get us a drink, perhaps some food, and possibly stock up on some needed items.
If she gives us the time of day.
Oh, I'm sure she
Yeah.
Dove is just kind of skeptical.
Yeah, as am I. I mean, I only got there.
You didn't get to meet her the last time.
No.
Yep. So, okay. So are we ready?
I guess.
Well, if we have no other course of action, I suppose your proposition one is of the only
Oh,
choice we can make currently. I am not currently required to be anywhere else, so lead on.
Well, as long as we don't wind up like with the that one vendor over there in town that wanted to, you know.
you
To
know,
fireball you?
uh,
Yeah.
you know, Prince Snooty Tooty Fruity Pants is just a just don't get me started. And so, Run will hold the coin, and he will flip it up into the air.
All right. When it lands, a door appears in the middle of the of space, basically touching the ground all the way up, large enough for Dovit to fit in.
Run will kind of side glance to Trask with a smirk and say, "Kind of cool, huh?" And he will lead the way.
I look over and say, "Are you ready to meet the god?"
I'm sure. Why not? See what happens.
I really don't know if she's really a god or
This is not the
you know.
time to doubt. Just say she's a god and let's go.
I mean, she is the embodiment of chaos, so there is that. And
Sure, it
he
will prove very interesting.
opens the door.
All right. So this time when you open the door, unlike the previous time you remember opening the door, there is in fact a tavern beyond. Instead of an entrance to an oubliette, which one of your party got taken away in.
Yay, we're not gonna die.
Uh, uh,
It is a large tavern space with multiple tables, a large bar, and some various seating areas, including a fireplace, where a white wolf is currently laying down in front of, seemingly asleep. Behind the bar, up on the wall, is mounted what appears to be the heads of a two-headed shark. Behind the bar is a surly looking human man with a scar, wearing some kind of yellow one piece clothing. I mean, not yellow, sorry, orange one piece clothing. It's kind of strange and it's hard to describe. Um, he's kind of like looks up and is wiping down the bar a bit and gives a little wave. Um, Sitting at one of the tables nearby is what appears to be a fiend with large horns and wings and a tail, kind of sipping a drink and kind of eyeing a corner table where an old woman sits, with kind of like missing an eye, like the one eye is like clouded over and it's got a scratch mark through it. She's wearing like a headscarf and appears to be perusing a set of cards while at a table. Sitting at the bar looks to be some kind of snake-like person. Um, Very humanoid, but kind of probably a Wanti of some kind. Kind of grayish, bluish skin, a couple scars and tattoos. Also missing an eye with a patch. Sits there, is drinking something green. Kind of looks over and nods as you guys come into the tavern.
And Run will nod back and head up to the bar as he climbs up onto his stool and Floof in his uh, blink dog form kind of sits, keeping an eye out to his back. He looks to the bartender. Ah, I will take a let's see. I believe my friend called it a slow, comfortable screw against the wall.
Like the man kind of like stares at you for a moment and let's see. I don't know if I have a drink. If I know how to make a drink called that. That makes me think of a sex on the beach. Do you want a sex on the beach?
Well, if that's the only thing you know how to make,
No, I know how to make other drinks. I just don't know what drink you're talking about. That's not familiar to me.
well, it's from what I understand, it is a cross between a Harvey Wallbanger, but it's something is changed out with something called
Oh,
a
Harvey Wellberry
uh,
starts laughing.
with I think they call it Southern Comfort.
Ah, yeah, I can do that. No problem there. I can take care of that. And the guy starts mixing a drink behind the bar. He sets it down in front of you.
David starts thinking to himself, "Well, if we're going back in the tomb, this might be my last chance to get a drink." He walks up, he goes, "I want the spiciest cocktail you've got."
Uh, all right. He kind of goes in behind the bar and starts checking around, and finally brings up a container with a screw jar on top of glass, and there's like what looks to be some kind of squat pepper with a long tail on it.
Oh
Uh,
God!
it's kind of this brownish reddish color. I got this. It's distilled into moonshine. What do you think?
I'll take it.
Well,
All
if
right.
that's the case,
Now, do you,
I
do
will
you, do you
take
drink
a.
this straight or do you want it mixed with anything?
Well, I said cocktail.
All right.
I guess what would that mix well with? I wonder.
Well, I mix. I don't know about that type of moonshine, but me personally, out of character. I like mixing jalapeno moonshine with things like a fresh squeezed lemonade or sometimes orange juice. So it goes well with citrus.
So like kind of like a spicy screwball.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a mix it with a screwball then.
All right. He starts mixing that apart together and sets it down in front of you.
I take it back and I take it like I throw it all the way back in one drink.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Let
Knew
me
that was coming.
see. I have a +7 to Constitution saving throws.
All right, you're still on your bar stool.
That was good. Thank you very much, friend. How much do I owe you for this?
He thinks for a moment. How about 2 silver?
How about 1 gold?
Sure, I'll take it.
Just keep the change as your tip.
He nods.
Now, I have a question.
Well, before we get to the questions, I'll take a martini shaken, not stirred.
Oh, I can do that. He starts sitting that about, and he pulls out the shaker and starts shaking it all about, and then pours it into a martini glass, just like little drabs out of that thing, and slides it over to you before looking over towards Tasker. And what about you? What do you want?
What wines do you carry?
Well, apparently anything across the multiverse.
I say, then I shall have a Brexian brew.
All right, I'll see if I can find that. He starts going over to, what looks to be some sort of cabinet. He starts pulling things open and like pressing in combinations, and finally, he brings you out a glass of what you're actually looking for and sets it down in front of you. I believe this is it.
Ah, yes, this would do nicely. And I will hand him 2 gold pieces.
Huh.
And by the way, Grizz, I posted a link for the actual recipe for a slow, comfortable screw against the wall.
That is a name, my friend. That is a name.
Yes, it is.
I gotta see this.
I thought it was a kink.
No, it's
Oh my gosh.
It
It
is
is that
actually.
and more.
Oh
No, yeah,
man.
that's besides
Wow.
the point. Of course.
Oh my gosh.
So, what brings you to the tavern today?
Well, we seem to be missing some time, and was hoping that Mistress Chaos could possibly fill us in and possibly do some trading.
Well, from what I know, you can go to him and gestures over towards the one tape. For trading, he's got the shop keys at the moment, and I think her, and he points back at the one-eyed woman, the one-eyed old woman sitting in the corner. I think she might be able to help you with time problem, maybe, or at least answers.
Hmm.
She's got all those cards and stuff over there.
Hmm.
Well, thank you, he says as he takes a long uh, sip of his drink, and he gets down and I'll be right back, and he'll make his way to the old lady.
Yeah, she's sitting there. She's got her hair wrapped up with a scarf, and she's like got like a shawl over the shoulders, like pulled up, towards the elbows, and she's sitting there shuffling a deck of cards.
We'll also go with Run to go talk to her.
I am going to sit at a small little corner table and drink my Ibrexian brew.
So,
You guys don't know. You cannot get a Brexian brew unless it crosses dimensional planes.
Nice. Well, this place
It is
would definitely have that. This is an interdimensional tavern.
exactly.
It specializes in stuff like that.
I'm surprised he's not trying to sell him his own wine.
No. If this place crosses dimensional stuff, my wine would not. My wine would not go well here. It's either that or they've already got it.
he's got a point. All right, so he goes up to the woman and climbs up into a chair.
Hello, dearie. Are you looking for a reading?
Well, Uh, don't know about a reading, but if it provides information, then sure. It, we seem to have a little problem. Uh, and
What
we,
kind of problem, Neri?
what's that?
She asked what kind of problem.
Uh, well, 1 minute we are battling a dragon. Of course, we won. We were heading to acquire some of its hoard. But next thing we know, some of my party is missing, as and we are missing. I'm not sure how much time, and
Do
I am just trying to figure out what happened.
do you have new things? Is that why you think you're missing time?
Uh, oh yes, most definitely. Not only that, we are not where we were either.
We're also not in the same clothes.
Have you looked for a note? Anything on your personages?
You see Run start to say something as he holds up a finger and then just stops, and he turns to Dovid and Michael and Delta and any of you have a note on you? Run Run starts looking through his pocket
Uh,
as he asks this.
you don't find a note per se, Run, but you do find some of the stuff that you were talking to me about that you're pretty sure belonged to Jasper.
Uh, he hold,
Hmm.
he holds up a ring and a wand and is like, okay, now I am really confused, but these will definitely come in handy. He gives an evil grin.
The
David
only
and Michael, have you found anything interesting?
the only
Are you
thing I
looking?
found is a +1 battle axe named Bob.
Where do I look
You,
for?
you pat down your pockets and you pull out a cube. It is
Hmm.
one of the shrine cubes that David and Run would probably recognize.
Hmm. How about that? What are the odds?
Keep a hold of that.
Okay. I will add that to my items.
I'm
Is it?
surprised. I'm surprised it's not disappeared on us. I just left the capital.
Well, technically we are still in the capital here.
Yes, yes, we are. Is it any? Do I need to name it anything in particular, or just cube?
Puzzle cube.
Puzzle cube. All right.
And you can put it on there
Cube of
4,
Rubik.
10, or 12.
4, 10, or 12.
Up to you.
Which one is the hardest?
I don't worry about that. You can just put a number on there for your own updates.
On the put it as Puzzle Cube 12. That sounds good to me.
David, in addition to the axe that you have discovered, that's one that seems to have Bob carved into the handle. You also discover you too have a puzzle cube.
Uh,
This one would be either 4 or 10.
Puzzle Cube 10.
I feel like I've got a. Hmm. Is there lots of different colors on this cube, or
Oh
No,
God.
it's just got a symbol, a particular symbol. I believe that one has a symbol of yours has a symbol of a monkey on it.
a monkey? Interesting.
And 10, you have the symbol of a rabbit with a horn on its head.
Oh, gotta love those
Jackalope.
guys.
What'd you say, Run?
I said, gotta love those guys.
Oh yeah.
And he turns back to the old woman. No, no, just, but yeah, definitely have new items.
She starts laying cards out. 3 of them. Let us see if we can uncover this. And she flips over the first card. And it is the Upside Down Avenger.
Hmm.
You
Interesting.
have been continuing on a quest. Seems like something has been after you. Perhaps you did something wrong. Perhaps you were trying to make up for something you did.
And you see Run just kind of face palms. Well, she did say that. She said that the ripples were that big of a. Continue.
She turns over the next card. A right side up mercenary. It would seem you decided you needed more help. And she turns her good eye towards Tasker.
Interesting.
He kind of scratches his head. Well, I'm not sure how that really fit, considering that about half of our party seems to be missing.
She turns over the last card. Upside down Mirrodom. These ones all have a theme.
Yeah.
A very interesting theme indeed.
All about battle. Perhaps they have been lost in battle, or perhaps, and she taps the fact that this one's upside down, they decided they had enough of the fight and went off, leaving you to yourselves.
Oh yes, to our own vices.
Kind of scratches his head. Well, I guess that does kind of make sense.
Indeed. Indeed.
So you see, you're not searching for anyone. You're simply continuing on a quest where your friends no longer have joined you.
I'm just trying to figure out though, how long had it been? Because we, like I said, we.
It has been, and she claps her hands together, her old wrinkly hands. It has been over a month. And by a month, GM will remind you that a month in the Emperor's calendar is 90 days.
Interesting.
And you just see Run's jaw just drop.
It's been that long. Wow.
Putting you guys basically into the middle of winter.
I'm down the martini that I have. Whatever I have left of the martini, I will just chalk it back like a shot. Finish it off.
I look at the bartender. I said, "Give another one on me if he wants it."
Sure.
Take another.
and he quickly collects your glass and starts mixing another one for you in a fresh glass.
And
Much appreciated.
With 2 olives. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
You see Run kind of sits down in the chair with some contemplation, and out of his bag of holding, he pulls a this long, kind of wieldy-looking clay pipe, and he kind of snaps his finger, creating a spark, and starts to draw on the smoke. Takes a sip of his drink. Perhaps I could also ask, where is the traveler at?
One never knows where the traveler is. The traveler
Not
can be anyone and can be anywhere. How do I
any.
know if you're the traveler?
Well, I could honestly say that I am not. We had a deal once. Very exciting deal. Till things kind of went awry.
We know Tasker isn't the traveler.
He kind of gives a side glance. Well, he was quite truthful with what he said. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. And he pulls out a 5 gold pieces and lays them on the table for the young lady.
Thank you, young man.
Thank you. And then he kind of hops down, still smoking on his pipe, and goes over to the Yanti and I hear that you are the man to see for a few good deals.
The snake guy kind of looks up. You stockings to me?
Yes.
Oh,
My name is Runamuck Messamich.
nice to meet you. I don't think we talked before. Come, I can open the shops if you wish to buy.
Uh, with pleasure. And he kind of turns and, well, here's the main thing that we came for.
And he brings you in, and you see rows of weapons, many of which look to be magical, and other rows of what looks to be interesting items. I can sell these to you at a good price.
Alrighty.
Is there any armor?
Yes.
How much money do we have?
Well,
You each discover that you have 1,000 gold more than what it looks like you have on your character sheets.
okay,
So I just
that,
have 1,000.
That includes you. That includes you, Tasker.
okay,
I'm
so
sorry. Say that again.
Each of you discovers that you have 1,000 gold more than what your character sheet currently says.
Well, seeing as how mine says 0, I have 1,000 then.
alright, so that means I am
Okay,
back
so I'm still
up
fairly wealthy,
to
as expected.
3,000, and then plus the party fund.
Yeah, I didn't have a party fund, unfortunately.
No,
So-
Jasper held the party fund, and that would be included on the.
Yeah, you would have probably discovered it among your belongings.
So,
Minus probably like 2,000 off of it, depending for expenses for the ship upkeep and everything.
Oh well, in that case, we wouldn't have a party fund. 'Cause
Okay,
it
then the
was
party fund
only...
then the party's fund was spent on ship maintenance and the people that left on the ship starting a new life.
Okay.
They just took the money and left.
Apparently,
Partying.
bastards.
Yeah, they just left us. They're just like, whoa, we're out of here.
Well, the party fund was 1731, so
No. They paid me for one of my barrels, so I have 17 even. They didn't tell me where they got the money, but they took one of my barrels, bastards.
Jerks.
They might
I know,
have.
right?
Well, I do have medium armor proficiency, so I wonder if I should look at upgrading my armor.
Considering how easily you got squished last time,
Yeah.
literally squished, that thing that
Ye-
ran you over.
I should probably look at getting some better armor.
yeah.
So what kind of armor do we have available that would be medium armor?
Everything.
Everything?
Yep. Name something you're
Hmm.
interested in and let me know what it is. But you look
Well,
around and you see racks of armor, adamantine, mariner's armor, mithril armor, shields,
ooh, mithril armor.
kind of this cloth and leather armor that appears to have resistance factors, elven chain, various kinds of studded leather armor, dragon scale armor, dwarven plate.
Ooh, dragon scale armor. That kind of sounds cool, but is it gonna be medium armor or not?
Yeah,
Scale mail.
hold on. That's very sorry. It's no, it's
Scale mail
scale
is
mail.
medium.
Oh yeah, it's scale mail. Sorry.
Scale
So,
mail.
Plate is heavy.
Gotcha.
The plates are right next to it. Yeah, it's very rare, which means it's kind of expensive.
How much are we talking?
Can be upwards of multiple of tens of thousands if it's too high. Low end would be like 5,000 some.
Yeah, don't have anywhere near that much. So, man, that would be nice to have dragon scale mail. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
It
As you
looks
say
nice.
that, run. Um.
Uh-huh.
Uh. Give me an intelligence check, please, Run.
Oh God.
I wonder if having some kind of armor with resistance to necrotic damage might be useful.
I'm sure it would. So just a straight
Maybe.
up intelligence check, huh?
Yep.
Stealth is disadvantage. Ew. But I have invisibility, so it doesn't really matter on stealth.
Well, you are reminded that at some point, maybe it was a different bag because it probably would have exploded with the size of a dragon. But at some point, you did manage to put a polymorph dragon into a bag of holding. Now, it's also possible that the dragon simply reappeared in its dragon form and then suffocated because there was enough room to accommodate a dragon, since it was just a young dragon. So, what happened to all that dragon scales? Did you cut it up? Did you sell it piecemeal? Is the body intact, still in there?
I would probably say that since we did not have, or I would probably say that it is quite possible still in there.
Yeah. Wonder if we could use it.
What I mean is that Run hasn't checked to see this in character.
Run, and Run kind of scratches his head, and he pulls out his bag of holding,
Oh no.
and he kind of reaches in and starts feeling around.
Since it's a bag of holding, you feel nothing.
Well, you pretty much got to think of
Think or say,
What-
yeah.
So he's thinking about this dragon as he's reaching in.
All right, and you start feeling some sort of coarse bundles falling against your hand.
Course bundles.
It's
Definitely dead.
it's spilling out of the bag, and you see what appears to be several large sections of cured dragon hide that is now laying there, filling up part of filling up part of where you're standing because it's tall, looks a pile taller than you.
Just out of curiosity, how much would this bet?
The seller comes over and evaluates it. This is quite nice. It could be used to make dragon scale armor. It would take time to make the armor from it, and there'd be a price for cost if you wished. But if you wanted to buy red dragon scale armor, I can make a deal, knocks off a few thousand.
Hmm.
Because I can now replace it with this. Most it's you. Sorry. This, if you want a different color.
He kind of strokes his Fu Manchu and now, which one was it that was looking at the armor?
That was me.
Okay, I rephrase. Michael or Delta?
Michael. Yes.
Okay. So he turns to Michael. Michael, perhaps you would like to speak to this gentleman.
Yes. So, how much would we be looking at then with said dragon scale?
Dragon scale armor costs thousands, but with fresh supplies, I can sell you one set at costs if it is red at a higher cost than cost if other colors. How much are you willing to spend on this?
Let's see. So it'd be fire resistant scaled armor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Trying to think here, because if I was to go with that, I still have.
You could
Right.
drop fireballs all day long.
True. Yeah. How much? And you said it would be 1,000?
Is several thousands to
Oh,
buy with
several thousand.
outset. How much are you willing to spend? Let us see if you have enough trade to afford this.
Well, with the trade, would 1,000 gold cover the cost?
It's not quite.
Not quite. Okay. How much more would I need?
They seem to be evaluating you and looking at the pile. For as enough scales to make a new set of red armor, would require 2,000 gold.
3,000? Well.
Run starts rummaging around and
I
Well,
can
there's-
take this entire pile if you wish to knock us off some on that price. How much can you afford?
Run starts rummaging around pulling out all the scales and the dragon bones, and he holds up the skull. Ah, poor Horatio. I once knew you.
Yes, how much?
Dovit being a dragonborn kind of looks at this and is like he's kind of weird.
Oh gosh.
Well, you can have all you want.
Yes.
And then Sire meet this organis dragon plus 1,000 gold for a full suit of red scaled dragon armor.
Sounds like a deal to me, unless, Run, do you know what the barter system, how much this would cost, or is it gonna wipe me out?
Uh, Without this, it would wipe all of us out.
Okay, so, alright, I will go for it then and spend the extra 1,000 with all the trade. Oh, and since I won't really need it anymore, how much would you give me for the Mariner's armor that I currently have?
Smells on the. I could probably see resell that at some point. Yet it's not particularly common. As we'll take it through 150 gold.
150 gold. I don't remember how much I purchased it for, so alright, that does sound good. At least have 150 gold left over,
Well,
and then
markets
I'll
do
have...
fluctuate, so.
That's true. That is true. So yeah, I'll go ahead and sell that and take the dragon scale mail. So drag and drop. There we go.
I'm trying to
And,
think of something that would benefit Dovit in a way, since we're here.
and then you said 150, right? 150 gold.
Yes.
Alright, so I'll have 150 gold left over. Yay.
Do you have any ranged weapons?
Well, my halberd has reach, and I have javelins.
How much weight is dragon scale mail? Let's see if
Uh, Actually, just look in the compendium.
yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Yes.
Seeing if it has the weight in there.
Yeah, scale mill, it should say.
Uh, by chance, how much would a highly accurate, highly powerful
35.
magic
Holy moly.
crossbow be?
Are you trying to buy or are you trying to sell?
Buy.
And did you say crossbow?
Yes.
Why is it not letting me put in the weight? Oh, there we go. 45.
Well, we could arrange for plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 weapons. Plus 1 weapon, perhaps a few hundred gold. Plus 2 weapon, a few thousand.
How much would be the second tier be?
AC to this.
Was that that'd be a rare item, right? A +2.
says, okay, so dragon scale mail made of the scales of one kind of dragon. Da, da, da. Hunters carefully skin. While wearing this armor, you gain a +1 bonus to AC. But I would have.
So,
A +2 weapon, yes, is a rare item.
Yeah, it's a very rare item.
No, +3 weapon is very rare. +2 is just rare.
Ah, okay. Well, I wonder why it says item rarity is very rare. Item type is armor.
Because
Medium
armor, +1
We're-
armor is very rare, especially with the enhancements that the dragon
Dragon
scale mail has.
yeah, actually, we were talking about two different things. You're talking about your armor, and Run's looking for a weapon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, Run is looking for a couple of weapons.
So a crossbow +2 is something along 4,000 gold.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. Well, how about a first tier then?
It's 400 gold.
Sold. Now, out of curiosity, and he holds up the skull. What would be the possibility of
What skull are you holding up now?
oh, the dragon skull.
Well, you already sold that.
Oh, he's
So-
done bought all that. Okay,
Yep,
never mind then.
Yep, you arranged all of the dragon parts. So, yeah, the skull, the things, all of it. So that stuff is like, basically you look around and that stuff's no longer laying there. It's all been gathered up by unseen servants of some kind and
That is
taken
now-
away.
That will now be a part of your armor.
Indeed.
I have a question out of character for the group. Do you all think like a boots of flight of some sort would be beneficial for Dovit?
Boots or wings of flight?
Do you have no other movement means other than your normal walking speed?
I do not.
Boots of Fly have a cooldown and a limited use.
While wings of flight is a cloak that you attune to, and you are granted an hour of.
Would that affect?
No.
No. Neither of those would affect your unarmored defense.
So which one would a magical item that I got would benefit its contribution to the team? Anything like would make me more bulkier? Anything that could give me movement to help?
There's always like a belt, belts and rings and whatnot.
I mean, hell, belt of giant strength.
The better question for currently.
My strength score is 20.
Then belts of giant check will not help you since it's already at essential max.
We wouldn't be able to afford the belt of giant strength that would push it. We'd be looking at trying a frost giant. The one that won 24 or 27. We can't afford any of those.
Nope.
150 gold.
What else is
Yeah.
there? Like
So the flight, I believe, is a very rare item. I can't remember if it's rare or very rare. But
Really,
so how would those
Wings
work?
of flying
Like,
is rare.
so they give you short intervals of flight time over a duration. Then they take a long duration to recharge,
okay.
unless they've changed that, or I'm remembering it incorrectly.
By the way, chat is reminding that winged boots don't actually have a cooldown. It's just 4 hours a day that you can use them.
Oh, they don't have a cooldown? Interesting.
4 hours a day? Good
Yeah, I think
grief,
that-
that's better. That's better than the wings of flight.
Yeah,
Well,
because I was
then at
thinking
this
about that. It's
point,
like the dwarf used to use them all the time, and the
yeah.
dwarf is currently monitoring the chat.
Well, at that point, then the suggestion is you
Ah,
get the
no,
boots of flight.
yeah, it's like while you wear these boots, you have a fly speed equal to your walking speed. You can use these boots to fly for up to 4 hours all at once or in several shorter flights, each one
Yeah.
using a minimum of 1 minute for duration. If you are flying when this duration expires, you descend at a rate of 30 feet per round until you land. The boots regain 2 hours of flying capability for every 12 hours they aren't in use. So basically, it takes 2 days to fully recharge. It takes 24 hours to fully recharge of non-use.
Which isn't too bad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, and
think
I
that
Not at
believe, in
all.
fact, Phaedra actually did buy them there at Thorn's shop like 5 years ago. Last time I was running this module, whenever it came out.
that might
Maybe
be
4 years
that
ago?
might
4 years ago.
that might come in handy, I guess.
Oh yeah.
How much would those be? I have 2,730 gold.
Well, winged boots are merely uncommon, so roll me a 1d4. You're being charged 300 gold for a pair of winged boots.
All right.
They do require attunement.
How do I do that?
What items do you already have attuned?
I don't know if I have any items attuned.
What
Okay.
magic items do you currently have?
A +1 halberd and a +1 battle axe.
They're weapons. They don't require attunement unless they're special in some way.
Yeah, I don't think either of those require attunement.
No.
All right. So
Um,
what is this item called again?
Winged boots.
Mm-hmm.
And if
So-
he's got some more, I wouldn't mind getting me a pair.
Rud turns to the group. I told you this was a very good idea.
However, now that I have finished with my drink, I do need to speak to the person. You said it was Thorns? Thorn?
Yeah, no, you have no idea who Thorn is.
Oh.
So you look around. You all you know from Run, is that this is Thorn's tavern, but he hasn't addressed anyone as Thorn. There is a guy with horns.
Yet they
But-
are within sight, bartering with an individual and exchanging gold for items, so forth. Right?
Yeah, and there's a what appears to be a 1T in a back room with full of weapons and armor and magical items that they're currently negotiating over.
Then I will go speak to him.
All right, so he's currently like picking up items and whatnot.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment that I might ask you a question?
So you hit to bite something? What kind of soothes you?
Yes, yes. I am looking for a wand. Might you hold such items in your stock?
Yes, there are ones here in the stock. What kinds of ones are you looking for?
I am looking for a wand of aid.
Ones as aids.
Out of character, it is a second level cleric spell.
Cleric spell. All right. Well, I imagine that if it's a cleric spell that's imprinted into a wand, that would probably cost, excuse me, a certain amount of money. Let's see, cleric spells level 2. I want to say that's an uncommon.
Yes.
So that roll me a 1d4.
Give me one moment.
That didn't work. So, real quick question, Grizz. My armor class
One.
went down to a 10, but with it being medium armor, shouldn't I add an additional 14 to my armor class, or would
Yeah,
it be
let me check your sheet.
Okay,
Which armor is it?
the dragon scale mail.
So most medium armors have a cap of 2 decks.
See what Grizz.
Yeah,
Can
hold
come up
on. I'm
with.
just trying to see what this is going on and why that suddenly caused the AC to dip down to nothing.
Yeah. Not sure what happened there. It was kind of odd.
So it's scale mail armor, right?
Yeah.
So scale mail has a base 14 plus your dex modifier, meaning provided that you don't have any other bonuses and you have at least 2 dex, your armor should be sitting at 16.
Okay.
Did okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's just weird. Is it showing the same thing in your D&D Beyond?
Uh.
Now, because he grabbed a +1 dragon armor, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, that means that his armor would be 14 plus 2 for his dex, at the very least, +1, and then the armor itself gives him a +1 bonus. So he should be at 18. Unless that +1 bonus is because it is a +1 armor. But that would put him up to 17.
What's it showing your D&D Beyond one? Maybe it's just a problem with Roll20.
Well, that's what I'm looking at. Well, wait. Where's D&D Beyond? Is that the character sheet I have up right now, or
The one you have up, I think, would be it would be here on Roll20.
Roll20? Okay, I don't have a D&D Beyond one.
Oh, your HP was all screwed up. I'm sorry.
Is
Guess
it
I'm confusing
no.
possible
who's
that
who.
is it possible that the Roll20 sheet doesn't have the proficiency in medium armor?
These things used to, because it shows armor, medium armor, and proficiency. That
Yeah, I just drug and dropped it right into place as the item, where the item name goes. I had to adjust the weight though.
Do you have extra armor that possibly
no, and
No.
that's why
extra?
I thought he had a D&D Beyond thing that he was using, because he's got almost nothing. He's got no equipment in his inventory. He should at least have an engineer's pack
Is he wielding
in
a
there.
shield?
No, he's got
No.
nothing in his inventory. That's what I said.
Hmm.
There's absolutely nothing. His inventory was empty, which is why I was confused, because he should have had he should have had magical items already, which is why I didn't drop anything extra in his inventory, because I thought he had a D&D Beyond sheet.
No, I don't have one, unfortunately. I've just been using Roll20.
Yeah, but what happened to all your items and equipment? You should have had a bunch of equipment here. And
Well,
it's as if you were running around naked because you don't even have clothes.
well, yeah, I know that. I had the. I had I had the armor, the mariner's armor, leather armor, and then I sold that, so I got the 150 gold from that. So then I added the dragon scale armor, and that's all I've had. So yeah, I don't know. that's
Yeah,
just how
it
this
seems to be
character sheet.
broken. So
Yeah,
I think what it is that we'll have to put it in as scale mill. Scale mill +1. I think we'll be able to help with that. Let's see. Let's at least
there it
boosted your
goes.
AC up to 15.
Yeah, it brings it up to 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Like I say, that's something else that they just need to that Roll20 just needs to fix.
Yeah, but I have fire
Oh,
resistance.
now I see Cheryl's comments, and yeah, that's what I ended up doing. Deleting and re-adding it and figuring, okay, it's probably because of that stupid thing, just like, you know, you have to manually add certain things.
Yeah.
Roll20 is finicky that way.
Yeah.
But, okay, so his armor class would be 15 plus his dex modifier to a max of 2, +1 for it being Dragon Scale Mail, plus another one for it being a +1 Dragon Scale Mail.
Okay. My dex is at a 0, so.
Then you gain no benefit from your dex for this.
All right. So it's just as 15. Or would it be still another +1?
No. You
Okay.
should have a 16 armor with this, because the Dragon Scale Mail itself gives you a +1 bonus,
Oh,
even though
okay.
it's set, and then because it is a +1 Scale Mail armor, it's magical upgraded, you gain another +1. So 14
Oh,
+1 for the armor itself, +1 for magical armor, 16.
Yeah, you might just have to
16.
manually add that to your AC by
All right.
typing in the box.
Yeah, that's what I did. It's up. I got it up to AC of 16 now, so there we go. Cool. Cool.
All right. So how much was the +1 crossbow?
400 gold.
400. Alrighty. So
And it was 100 for a wand, and
I would also like to purchase one of the boots.
all right. Did I already mention a price for the boots?
No.
Have me roll a. You have me roll a
actually,
d.
300.
Yes, it's whatever. It's I guess 300.
Okay. That works for me.
You had him roll a D4 and he rolled a 3.
Yeah. Is there anything else your group is looking to buy?
Mm,
That's it for me. I don't want to break anything else.
I feel
I
like
already
that's
have.
all that I would need.
Yeah, I
Unless
already
you're
have a
willing
staff
to
of
let
thunder
me,
and lightning, so.
unless you're willing to let me search for a Arcanian power of a nuke.
Well, there
Speaking
is
of which,
Fizban's device, so
speaking of which, Tasker, roll an investigation check.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure if I want to yet. uh, investigation.
Hmm.
Darn.
No, actually, it works. When you're while you're like searching through your possessions to get the money out, you notice that you also have a cube tucked in there.
What is this? This is not mine. Do
It
you
appears
guys
to
need this?
have a picture of a cat with tentacles or snakes perhaps growing out of its back.
Mm.
run turns. Hold on to that. Hold on to that.
Yeah, you might
uh,
want to keep that.
That is one of the keys that we will need to get into the tomb.
I see.
And with that, Run starts thinking, and he starts rummaging around in all of his stuff. So I will, for kicks and giggles,
You don't find any cubes, and you don't find anything else interesting that hasn't already been mentioned.
okay. And,
He tried.
actually, there is something that hasn't been mentioned, but which I meant to ask about earlier. What would have been the work to roll Arcana or for the items we were talking about with me and Delta creating?
Well, that was already taken care of. There's no further roll to do on that.
Oh, okay. I just wouldn't find them on me.
No, because Delta has them.
Oh,
That was established earlier. That I said that he looked
sorry.
at his little steel defender, discovered it had been upgraded.
Okay, sorry, I missed that part. Okay, we shall continue.
For shame, for shame, for shame.
Ting, ting, shame. Anyways, um, so he'll look at the auntie. Now, I would like to also perhaps purchase a short sword with a well, a very unique effect on it. Um, uh, Instead of like regular elemental power, perhaps a sword that has force power on it.
Horsepower.
Force.
That's how's that works?
Yeah, well, there's always like there's the flame tongue, there's the ice brand. Uh, uh, it- Perhaps that there's one that has a sheathing of force energy.
I'm basically looking through the list because I'm basically something that was more like my response of going, how would you go about putting force damage on something? The force has a potential of pushing things away before they get hit. Therefore, that doesn't seem very efficient. But let me check and see if any of these weapons actually have force damage
Or
on there.
actually, could always have. Actually, thinking about it, perhaps I could have Jalele added to my pipe, which is also my club. How much would it cost to perhaps have a uh, have an item imbued with a type of magical offset?
What are you asking about?
Uh, like I'm asking. Okay, so Run's pipe is also his club.
It's a really big pipe.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, it's a clay pipe, so there's that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, like, have the ability to have shillelagh on it, or uh, a charge of shatter put onto it. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying?
the guy kind of looks at you and says, that would probably take some time to do. I'm not a magical person. I just sell weapons and now other things. But it used to be just weapons.
Run kind of nods. Well, I understand. Uh, and he kind of looks around. Well, I don't think there's much more that I would. Oh, we need healing potions.
Okay, I think there are some for purchase. By the way, David, if you hadn't already noticed, you also found a healing potion you hadn't had in your inventory before.
Oh, the potion of greater healing.
Yeah.
Turn. Everybody's getting cool stuff.
So, how much is the greater healing?
What rarity is it again?
Hold on a second. I will.
Here are my potions.
Hmm.
Cure wounds.
Here we go.
Excuse me.
Potion of greater healing. Oh, it's uncommon. So that's inexpensive.
Oh, okay. Run will pull out a small bag. I will take, however, 1,000 gold pieces will buy.
Alright. First, roll me a 1d4. Alright, so currently the price is 200 gold a piece, which means that you get 5 greater healing potions.
Nice.
Swing!
This will definitely come in handy eventually. At some point.
Well, Run always plans ahead.
Yes, you do.
Uh, Now, what is the healing factor on that whiz?
Greater healing potions heal 44 plus 4.
44 plus 4. There we go. Alrighty. Want to make sure that that is in my notes.
Yeah, so a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 20.
Alright, so add my crossbow. Which would be
Does anyone else need anything?
I think David's good.
Yep.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yep, I think I managed to get what I needed at least.
Yep. I got better armor. And we've got healing potions and things. So, yeah, I think we're good. And nobody's been fireballed yet, so that's a good thing.
The operative word in that sentence is yet.
Yeah.
Uh, well, I would like to thank you very much. And just out of curiosity, he kind of looks around. Is uh, uh, is Thorn anywheres about?
The The snake man just kind of shrugs. Don't know for certain. This job is very difficult sometimes when you do not know who the boss might be today. Eyes task.
He, he kind of shrugs. Yeah, I definitely know that feeling. Uh, uh, Perhaps I could be able to get another token in case we would like to return.
Roll perception check.
Roll perception. Boom.
You spot one of the coins out of the corner of your eye, sitting just on top of the bar.
Well, that will do.
Should I try to grab one too? Well, there's only one there, isn't there? Darn.
There might be a second one.
Hmm. Sure, why not? I'll take one. Do I need to roll perception?
Nah.
Nah. Alright. So what are they called exactly?
Thorn coins.
Thorn coins?
Yes.
Is it?
On one side there is the image of what looks to be a cat face with horns, and on the other is what looks like a door.
Gotcha.
It's otherwise the same size and shape as a regular gold coin.
Nice.
Uh, 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 Perhaps we should he he bows to the Yanti and exits the shop back into the bar area. He saddles back up. Perhaps I should stock up on a couple of casks of your best ale.
The guy behind the bar kind of like looks at you and says, I don't think I could sell you whole casks. I might be able to get away with selling you a bottle or two that you can take out of here.
He kind of scratches the back of his, you know, back of his skull right up underneath his top knot. And he kind of leans back. Hey, sir, out of curiosity, would you happen to have a endless decanter that has not been charged yet?
He kind of like stares at you blankly, and the lizard man just kind of turns as he's not lizard man. Sorry, the one T just kind of turns as he's exiting from the sales floor and says, "If you wanted endless decanter, you could have gotten one back there."
Well, I didn't even think about it till now.
And the guy behind the bar just kind of shrugs and goes, "I really don't know what that is."
Well, he was
I guess
talking
it's
to the Yanti
yeah.
when he asked that. He kind of leans back in his chair to yell at, kind of yell at the Yanti the question.
I do not have any uncharged. They are just endless decanters of water. Perhaps you were looking for an alchemy dog?
Wait.
Have
Did
one
I
of
hear
those
you
too.
correctly? You said an endless decanter of water?
Yes.
I have a use for something like that. Might I purchase from you?
But I suppose I can sell you one, yes. Let's see. Trying to find my entry for that.
He,
Actually, doesn't sound half bad. Never have to get thirsty.
I have a character in another game who has got an endless decanter of coffee. The odd thing is they drink tea a lot of the time. But they have the coffee for the road, and then when they get to town where it's civilized, they drink tea.
That's hilarious.
But in another game that I run, coffee is kind of rare, and so I said coffee's actually kind of expensive because one character brought up coffee. I'm like, that's actually expensive, but considering all the places your character's been to, I imagine that your character knows and does enjoy it. This is an indulgence for her. There's a decanter. The decanter is an uncommon, so roll me a 1d4 if you wish to buy one.
An alchemy jug actually sounds like a good idea.
300 gold,
actually.
please.
Okay.
1d4. Ugh. Okay. I'm broke. I can't buy one.
Yeah, the alchemy jug is actually only costs 100 gold.
How much was the decanter?
300
again?
for the decanter, 100 for the alchemy jug.
He gives over 400.
I only have 150, so yeah, I can't get an endless supply of water, unfortunately. Oh
Well,
well.
you should
sorry.
at least spend a little money on some clothing and some other stuff. Actually, let me put clothing on you. You now have a set of traveler's clothes. Put that in your inventory.
What kind of traveler's clothes?
as,
It's,
as in people just wandering around.
No. It's traveling clothes for the desert. So belly dancer outfit with bangles.
More of like a jungle,
no.
a year-round warm climate, even though it's the dead of winter at this point. Sort of clothes.
Run. So, Run hands you the decanter of endless water. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Yay, new thing to add to my
We must fill up his character sheet. It just empty.
The jug.
decanter of endless water.
All right.
As
For some-
I'm knocking back the last of my martini.
So the guy behind the bar cleans up the glasses that you left behind. Just kind of stares at you. Is there anything else I can get for you guys?
yes, I will take a bottle of your strongest drink.
That covers a lot of ground.
And
You mean most alcohol, heaviest, something guaranteed to knock you on the ground.
something that will
Also, the fact that we
Hair on
cater
his
to
chest.
a lot of different biologies and strongest drink. I don't know exactly what the strongest drink for a gnome would be. I mean, the strongest drink for a dwarf would probably kill you. So,
Give him, well, if it's dwarf, give him some rot gut.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then it occurred to me, he's just a gnome, and if I'm not mistaken, you're a young gnome too, so you might not have much of a tolerance.
you would actually be surprised.
Oh, don't get me wrong, you're probably older than me. But anyway, I've just been learning a lot about you guys. Well, not you guys in particular, but never mind.
Oh, we get
The
the
truth
point.
comes out. He's stalking adventurers.
No, I'm not stalking adventurers. No, I'm just getting curious about the types of creatures that come in, through the doors and whatnot. I mean, where I come from, it's just humans, and then there's a bunch of oddities that most people don't even know about.
I placed my hand on his shoulder. It's okay. We understand.
Thanks, man.
You know, the alchemy jug is not even in the compendium.
That's weird. It should be. Huh, you're right. Which is weird because it's an item you can actually pick up on this adventure.
Go figure.
Well, it's under magic items, so I'm gonna just they'll at least have it in down below, so that should help.
Yes, that's the main thing I was trying to look for, so that way I could. Ooh, 4 gallons of beer. Nice.
Oh man, look at that 2 gallons of mayonnaise.
Oh gosh.
The
Hey,
mod
you
on the
never know
stream
what you
the
need.
mod on the stream is correcting one's assessment on dwarves, because dwarves make the best ale.
They do. They do. If it's wine you're looking for, Triskelion Winery.
Yeah, well, now that Arkenfeld has opened its borders again and the ice wine is flowing, you've got competition.
Darn. I shall have to go there after this.
Well, yeah, they're now letting people into the country. So now that Allison's on the throne, Alician. I've never been good with pronouncing her name. Arkenfeld is full of snooty high elves and wood elves and whatnot. And for 1,000 years, they were under a rather racist regime that eventually just started ejecting or killing other races out of here. Even though that the mountains were the ancestral home of a bunch of rock gnomes even before the high elves moved in.
Interesting.
I shouldn't say too much. It is kind of an interesting place you can now visit.
As long as I don't have to worry about kobolds, we're fine.
Ah, yes, the kobolds.
Yeah, there's no
They were
kobolds
annoying,
for the
but
moment. Even as you say that, you see a black kobold emerging from the back and just kind of wiping their hand on a dish rag and wandering over towards the fire, and they kind of look up, sensing a stare,
I
and
give
just
them a
kind of
stink eye.
blinking and going, "What?"
Well, not you. It was a group of kobolds that we had to fight to get past in order to defeat a dragon. Those were the ones that I'm talking about.
Dragon worshippers, gotcha.
Yeah.
It settles in next to the wolf at the fireplace.
I still give them a stink eye. There is some ideological passive aggression between gnomes and kobolds, especially if the gnomes or kobolds are big on faith.
Mm.
The story goes is that gnomes are the first ones to find a treasure hoard until kobolds stole it from them.
Kobolds
And
are
it's
clever like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Garl Glittergold, the gnome god, ended up finding the hoard, but the kobolds stole it from him, or he stole it from them, and so there's an animosity between the two races.
Ah, I see. Interesting.
Now, it's supposedly fallen out of the commonplace unless you are a learned person who studies the history between the gnomish history or the kobold history, depending on which side you're on.
And considering the backstory you gave me, it's perfectly fine for your people to be very racist against kobolds.
Exactly.
You know, I actually find kobolds quite resourceful.
Yeah, where you grew up, Run, there would have been no such stories. Kobolds,
Exactly.
because you're from a very cosmopolitan city where everybody not necessarily lives in harmony, but basically everybody is equally oppressed by the rich. So
I'll just dragon worshippers are quite a pain. I will still resort to that.
They can be. They can be. Now then, if we're done with our little break, what say we get on this outing before I have to actually go talk to a certain prince, merchant, person?
Just out of curiosity, would that be the prince merchant, whatever his name is, Grizz?
you don't know. He didn't say.
No, the Prince Fruity Pants.
Yeah, he didn't say who it was. That's what I said.
No, Run
They
is
all they
asking.
Oh, so Run is saying the name out loud. Is what you're saying.
Yes.
Would you respond in the positive or negative, regardless of what he said?
Considering I have no idea which prince I'm supposed to be meeting, no.
In character, your character would probably know. So you're like you procured the name, and no, it's not that one. Though that name does sound vaguely familiar.
Yeah, for some odd reason, he has a thing against you. Just be on the lookout.
I see.
For some odd reason, there's lots of reasons.
Yeah.
And would those reasons happen to be a young gnome who's out for chaotic fun?
I did all the work. He should have paid me more. There was complications with the deal, and he did not. The compensation should complement the work done.
I see.
Hmm. Interesting.
Although it sure didn't help matters much when when our captain kind of lost his temper either.
No, usually tempers do not help much.
No, they do not.
Now then, where were we headed?
off to the fun place. The fun tomb.
The fun tomb, you say? Well, this should
Yes.
be quite an outing then.
Yes, indeed. So I guess we'll be going back through the door that we came through then? Is that
Yep.
what we're doing?
Back into the bit of jungle that's in the middle of the city of Omu.
Oh, Umo.
Joy.
You emerge out of there. You look up at the sky, and you realize pretty much that you might have just come from the shrine that would have given you the cat with the snakes on its back puzzle cube, because it's dead east of you.
Mm.
So we're right here?
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying that this is the shrine?
Yeah, that's the shrine you guys would have just come from. That's the one that where the key that you're holding came out of.
Okay.
So how many more do we need?
You have 3 of them, and you know that there's 9.
Ah. Mm-hmm. I see. I have cube number 12.
Now then, because I have never been here before, I shall follow along with you all and lend my assistance as required.
Sounds good. Yeah, this is gonna be it's gonna be interesting. So, Dovit and Run, where should we go from here?
Run reaches into his bag of holding, pulls out a scroll case, and kind of you see him open it, kind of starts to thumb through some of the rolled up parchment, and he pulls out this one. It seems to be a map of the city of Omu, marking the places where they've been in the previous timeline. Unknown to him right now if there was anything extra added on. So. All right, so
I have a question. With my
oh,
wanderer's trait, would I still remember the way that we went, even though we went back in time?
I will let you
Oh,
roll an
yes.
intelligence check to see if you do.
Okay.
20.
My
Oh,
You think you've wandered all over this place in Omo. You really can't tell what's more recent. Although, if you're looking at the map right, Run, you realize that you've actually been up and down this corridor a bit. Like you went, because you were here, and then finally you were here.
okay. Could you show those again? I had the map too close.
yeah,
Alright.
same.
So you have this cube, and this cube.
Okay, so I
So we
believe
still have to go here.
there's one
Can we even get to that place?
there. I believe. Uh, was this one?
And you
Then
realize you
one
do
here?
not have the cube to this one anymore. Like you check your pouches and realize, oh, you don't have this one. You marked it off the last time because you picked it up last time, but you don't have it this time.
Great. So we still got to go here, here, and no, wait, we have one from this one, right?
Which one?
This one that
No, you do
marked.
not. You're also
Okay.
missing that one.
All right.
All right. And where are we currently again?
We
You
are
right
here.
here,
Yep.
where the star
Alrighty.
is.
Yep.
And other bits of the map might not be correct. These are things that you circled where you think a temple might be, but or a shrine might be, but you don't know 100% if there is a shrine there.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't want to go back into the stadium again from the
At least,
stories that you guys had told me.
yeah. Not yet. Anyways. Let's go to any points. This one here.
Oh, you would know that right over here is where the entrance to the tomb is, somewhere in that location.
Yes.
Don't know if it's against the wall or if it's supposed to be here on the map, but I'm going it's against the wall. It's been built underground under there.
Okay, let's give it a go. See if we can get to it and get that cube of Rubik's.
Alright, Run, you have control of the token unless you wish to hand it over to someone else.
Alrighty. So. Now, everyone, be on the lookout because there are the wandering undead. There's also some aberrations, I believe, that are still about. So,
Goody.
let's keep an eye out.
I
Okay.
see. This will be an interesting outing then.
Yes, yes, it will.
And then we start making our way this way. We go up and over.
Should I do an investigation?
If you like.
All right. Why not? Ugh.
You don't see anything interesting as you're walking that way.
Okay.
And we're on
doing.
foot, correct?
Correct.
Uh, I would like to keep an eye out for dangers,
Oof.
but the foliage just seems to be so dense for a 2-foot 5-inch gnome.
Yeah, but you appear to be on a path at this point.
All right,
A mostly overgrown path, but a path.
so continue on. as
Should have done a
we-
perception check as well. Darn.
It is. It's fine. It is fine. I'm sure we'll have playmates later on.
Oh, there will definitely be plenty of playmates.
Oh yeah.
A flute. And
I'm just riding on the shoulder of one of my half plate armored individuals, eating a slice of cake and drinking some tea that's slowly floating next to me, going, "Are we there yet? I require some entertainment. The travel is nice, don't get me wrong, but this outing isn't going as exciting as I thought it would be."
Oh, give it time. It'll get interesting.
Yeah, give him its move tokens.
Run kind of turns to Dovit. I begin to think I like Miss Prince Fancy Pants better.
I just realized that everybody in the party speaks Gnomish.
Yep.
Luckily, Run can speak Draconic.
Yep. I can also speak Draconic. Gnomish, Draconic, Elvish, and of course Common.
So,
A rectangular
as-
guys, a rectangular pool of murky water stretches before this vine-draped shrine. Rope bridges that once spanned the water float on the surface, tangled with other debris. The shards of a toppled monolith form as stepping stones to the middle of the pool, where a statue of a stone frog rises above the water.
Hmm.
Grizz, you can delete the undead spirit currently.
Okay.
It's gone.
What would you guys like to do?
Can we? Well, let's see. We can go around the pool, right? We don't actually have to try to cross it or anything. Or do we have to go through
You
it?
don't know.
The
You-
spot?
Take a look at the map.
Does there appear to be anything on the face?
Give me a perception check.
Looks crying to me.
All right.
Ooh, very nice.
Even from this distance, you notice that there is a key inside the statue's tongue, just kind of tucked inside so it doesn't easily fall off if something were to hit it. But you also notice out of the corner of your eye an eye stalk sticking up out of the water, watching you before being pulled back down underneath of it.
Ah, great. Not another one of these things.
So, I regret to inform you that it looks like your item you're searching for is on the tongue of the statue in the middle of the lake, and it does appear to be guarded.
Hmm.
How shall we deal with this challenge?
Okay, so
Lightning bolt.
what would be the distance to that key?
That is a good question.
30 foot to the statue from where Run's
Mhm.
at right now.
Mm-hmm. 25. 25 for me.
But
Um, is the water below the dip or the top of the embankment?
No, it's below the embankment. There's like a 5-foot drop into the water. It looks like.
Okay.
Lightning bolt. Electrocute the water, kill whatever's inside the water, and there you go. Easy walk.
Run turns to Floof. Floof, would you mind? And you. So standing there beside Run is a closet, and he starts speaking abyssal. Yes, yes, I know. Just make sure he don't touch or it don't get a hold of you. And he kind of nods, and all of a sudden he sprouts wings and starts to fly up and goes to get the key.
All right. Move your closet token.
Oh, hold on.
And does he grab the key?
Yes, he would.
All right. As he grabs the key, the water seems to roil. Funny use this word boil, but it's actually roil. And a
I mean, we can
large
boil it
creature
later.
emerges from it. Uh, Now would you like to roll for today, or would you like to roll on our next session in 2 weeks?
It is now 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, again, I'm gonna be at a convention next Friday, so I'm not gonna be able to GM for you.
No
Oh,
worries.
that's
Nah, no
fine.
worries. Have
Let's wait
fun.
until next week for
Yeah.
initiative.
Yeah,
Next
sounds good to
session.
me. And I'm actually gonna have a decent initiative roll, probably, hopefully,
Don't
because I
jinx
get
yourself.
a I get a +5 now instead of just .11 initiative.
And thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah.